Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to be showing you how to use Java conditionals such as if statements. We're going to be going over if, else and else if. First of all, let's start out with just a basic application. I've moved over to IntelliJ because I've been using this at work and it's quite cool and yeah, not precise. I don't know. I just really like how the IDE stands out as opposed to Eclipse on NetBeans. It's more intuitive. But anyways, let's jump in. We're going to create a very standard app which is called 99 bottles of beer. You've probably seen this many times. Let's start with string word equals bottles. We use a while loop and we'll say while beer num, which is at the top, which is 99 is greater than 0, which it is, so that condition is true. We're going to do if beer num is equal to 1, then we want to say word equals bottle, and we're just doing that for the grammar at this point. And since it's within our little app, we're just focusing on word here. So we're just going to change bottles to bottle. So yeah, let's keep going on. Let's do system.out.println. Let's copy this. I'm just going to use it a few times. We're going to give an argument for beer num, and we're going to concatenate using the arithmetic plus operator. We're just going to make a space, and again, we're going to put another argument of beer in there. Then we're going to do of beer on the wall. Beer num again plus. Make sure we've got a space so it looks nice and tidy. Of beer, take me down. I think that's right. I can't quite remember doing the 99 bottles of beer. Pass it around. Beer num is equal to beer num minus 1. So what we're saying here is whilst beer num is greater than 0, which as you can see is greater than 0 because beer num is 99 at the minute, we're going to come into this statement here, which is the while statement. We're going to then jump into the if statement. If beer num is equal to 1, which eventually will do, we want to change the word to instead of beer num, so this could come out as 99 bottles of beer on the wall, and when we get down to 1, we want to say 1 bottle of beer on the wall. So yeah, then we're just going to print these out basically. It's very simple, and then we're just going to have to do a quick check. So if beer num is greater than 0, system, actually we can just copy that, beer num plus word plus of beer on the wall. And we're going to do else, no more bottles of beer on the wall. So what we're just saying here is if bottles of beer is greater than 0, print this out. And then we're just going to come down here if there's no more bottles of beer on the wall, which is convenient. Let's just test this. So we can go up to here. We can do run. So you can do, if you're on a Mac, Control R. Let's have a look how this pans out. Let's pull this down a bit so we can see. So we'll start off right at the top, and we've got 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, take me down, pass it around, 98, and then eventually we'll come down to the bottom, 1 bottles of beer on the wall, which is wrong, so we need to change that. 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer. The reason for that, let's pull this down, right down there. I should just hide it for now. Yeah, the simple reason for that is, so if we actually let me go through this so you can understand. So you've got if beer number is equal to 1. It's pretty obvious where this is. So as you can see before, what we actually did is we had the if statement was going if beer's num is equal to 1, use the word bottle, but we'd actually check that down here. So what we're going to do is just do if bottles of beer is equal to 1, do this. So let's rerun this, see what happens. Pull this up. So 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer. We can easily like get rid of a few things here. So like, let's see. It's probably best we just do, instead of all this complex logic, let's just do. Let's get rid of this. We don't need the else statement in there. Just do if it's equal to 0. And then rerun this. 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer, take me down, pass it around, no more bottles of beer on the wall. Let's go up here. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, take me down. And then we fix the 1 bottle of beer at the bottom. So yeah, that's kind of how the bottles of beer small application works. But I want to go over a few more stuff when it comes to conditionals. So if we just remove, like, oops, still getting used to the keyboard shortcuts. I'm used to using Windows for IntelliJ when I'm at work, but right now I'm on my Mac. So what we can do is we can use the ternary operator, I believe it's called. So instead of having, you know, all these if statements in here, what we can do is just I'll give you an example. So we have int a, if say let me have a look. Let's get rid of this actually. Yes, let me go back to this. Let me show you. So as you see here, we've got like an if statement just to check if it's equal to 0, which is I don't know, it's not that good of a. We could just, you know, you could have all this on one line. So instead, let's just get rid of this, and I'll give you an example. So like do int min val. Then we'll do a equals 3, b equals 2. This is quite a standard example you probably see online, but it's very useful. So if you do a min val, what we're going to have here is we're going to give the use an operator where we can basically check if for an if statement on one line. So if we do min val, a is less than b, so we're just doing our if statement like right here, then we're going to give it take the condition A, or condition B, and let's just see what that prints out, and I'll show you, I'll explain it a little better. It's always better to visualize stuff as opposed to it being talked over. So what we've got here is we've defined our min val up here. We've give A the value of 3, B the value of 2. Min val equals A. If A is less than B, then you know we want to use populate A or B. So we've got min val, and obviously that is less than B. So we're going to go into this statement here as opposed to going into the B value. Hopefully that makes sense. That's a little tricky to get your head around if you haven't seen this before. But what else we could do is with this particular operator, it's always a good reason to use this particular operator if you don't have some sort of assignment. So if we don't have like you know, some sort of, if we have like an if else, that it's not that much in terms of code, just use this small operator. So we can do like A is less than B, then we want to jump into, you know, A. So like here we've got system.out min equals min value, which is pretty useful to be honest. So what we're just doing is we've got min value here. If A is less than B, then we want to populate min val with A. Same case regardless. So if you know, if A was not less than B, then we're going to B, which I can show you right now. Well, A is greater than B, but I'm saying if A was 1, then we'll jump into the B condition. It'll give us a let's see. No, apologies. So min val here, it's actually quite hard to explain with these operators. But min val, if A is less than B, then what we want to do is we want to, you know, print out the min val down here. But obviously A is greater than B. So what we're going to do is we're actually populating min val with B as opposed to A. But like if B was greater, we will get a 3 back. So if we just run this, there we are. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, the only bad thing about this particular operator, the tyranny operator, is that, you know, you can't use breakpoints with this particular operator, I believe. Don't worry about which is faster between an if statement and this particular shorthand if statement, because they're both actually the same. So I wouldn't actually worry about that, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty useful. There's many more examples online of how to use the tyranny operator. I felt I kind of explained it as well as I could. It's probably best just to use and try out this particular operator and see how it goes. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop me a comment below and I'll do my best to help. And yeah, remember to subscribe, that always helps out, and hopefully you have a good day. Goodbye.